Yo, what's going on YouTube? My name is Andres Tagliaferro, or you can just call me Tags. As a creative, I've always struggled with planning or trying to plan anything digitally. Truth is that I'm a very analog loving planner. So I love writing in a notebook. I love using a whiteboard to plan anything, sticky notes, any of that stuff, right? So as I started upgrading all of my gear, getting better computers, better cameras, I wanted to find a way to streamline the process of planning straight digital instead of having some whiteboard or some paper. And the reason why is because you can't just show up to a shoot with a whiteboard, right? What would end up happening is I would end up having this whiteboard planned project or this notebook scribbled project, and I'd have to try to consolidate it into some sort of Google Doc or PowerPoint presentation, and it was just annoying. And I found that time of taking all of my thinking from all of these different areas and putting it into one digital thing very annoying and very time consuming. So I was always just kind of upset. Like, I wish there was something I could use to eliminate the first step and the second step and just plan everything digitally. And I think I found it. Before I get into the app, I need you to go hit the like button and subscribe. Like 95% of y'all aren't subscribed and are watching all my stuff without hitting a button that takes 2 seconds. So please, if you do that, I would really appreciate it. So that app I'm referring to is called Milanote, and it's what I would consider the best productivity, planning, note-taking, just brainstorming app for visual learners. You don't have to be necessarily a creative like me, or a videographer or photographer or graphic designer, although most of us tend to be this way. You don't have to be someone like me to enjoy this app. If you're somebody who, when you were in school, you just didn't like reading as much as you like looking at photos of things, or you like watching a movie instead of reading a book, I think this is gonna help you a lot. So like I mentioned earlier, this app is basically a whiteboard, bulletin board, and notebook all in one. And the way it works is you have this blank space with pins in it, right? Kind of like a bulletin board. And then off to your side, you have a bunch of things that you can add onto your board. So you can do written copy on this board. You can add photos to this board. You can add like columns or to-do lists or checklists to this board. Basically everything that you might think of or something that you might write on a whiteboard, you can do in this digital thing. So again, you're eliminating that moment of having to transcribe an analog form of note-taking or planning or thinking, and you're just going straight to digital with it, which I think is super cool. Not only is this good for yourself, right? Because something that's cool about a whiteboard is you can have a whiteboard with a group of people and you guys can all contribute to it. You know what I'm saying? It's a group thing, it's a team effort. The cool thing about this app is that it's also really good for teams. If you have a team of 4 people, 6 people, 8 people, you guys can all simultaneously do and create edits to this whiteboard at the same time. So instead of maybe having a prepared deck or something, maybe you guys can start a whiteboard or a Milanote together in the meeting. You can see other people's mouse as you edit, and they can be editing and they can add comments. You see people dragging and dropping notes and dragging and dropping videos and dragging and dropping images. Now, the part where I say that this is better than a whiteboard and better than a bulletin board is that because it's digital, you can add more things, and it's not just notes, it's not just written stuff. You can add screenshots, you can add photos from inspiration, you can create a mood board in there. You can add links to videos, screen recordings that are embedded in the whiteboard. Little things like this are super cool when you're, again, presenting, or maybe you're trying to offload what's in your head onto an app. I think it's just a lot easier to be able to just drag and drop everything you need instead of having to write it all down. And then again, doing the process of digitizing everything up. So if dragging and dropping everything and creating your own board didn't seem easy enough, another thing you can do is you can work off of templates that are already created. So whenever you create a new board, it'll actually show in the bottom right corner a bunch of pre-created templates for you to use. So let's say what you're trying to do is create a mood board for a photo shoot you're about to do or you're planning. Well, there's a mood board thing in there. There's an inspiration board template that you can literally just open up. It's already laid out for you. You can, again, not only are you able to offload everything in your brain as you would with a whiteboard, you're able to pick up off of somebody else's work. So ultimately, it saves you way more time than starting off fresh. Because again, I will say this again and again, not only is it like a whiteboard, it is better than a whiteboard. They've actually done stuff with this app that makes me skip the have 2 empty whiteboards at home that I haven't used in forever, because when I think about planning a shoot for one of my music videos as a musician and the artist that I am, I just go directly to Milanote because I know I can do all of these things that I just can't do on a whiteboard. So before I let you guys go, I wanted to show you how I've used Milanote to help plan things. I wanted to show you guys how I planned one of my music videos. I make music too in Milanote, so you can get an idea of how you could use this for yourself. If you look right here, you can see that I really wanted to have every scene and every shot accounted for. So what I did is I created 4 different scenes as columns within Milanote. And I used a screenshot, I used an image to show my director of photography exactly how I wanted this shot to work. And you'll see right here, it says like wide tracking shot of me walking up to the car will serve as the intro, so you could see kind of the vibe, and then you'll see the shots required. So I had a list right there, a to-do list of the shots that we need for each scene, and I was detailed there. Then I added a description kind of showing it, so another written thing. I had an equipment part showing exactly what we need for this part of the scene. And then I had these kind of sporadic little notes all around it, like every scene will start with a wide pan up, right? And then I added a screen recording of another music video that I liked that you could just play within the app, as you see I'm doing right now. And I'm able to use functions like to-do lists. So when we're actually at the shoot, somebody can have an iPad and they can be tapping away at the things if we've done it, right? You don't have to have a separate version that's more condensed for the shoot. You can just use it right then and there. It's really sick for planning, not just for mood boards. I know you might see this, and honestly, some of their marketing kind of shows as like, look how visual this is. And that is its strength, but you can also use it as something a little more traditional. So I couldn't cover every little, nook and cranny of this app, but I would suggest for you, if you're a visual learner and you're somebody who's faced the problems I've mentioned, to give it a shot. It's free. You can download it today. You can start working on it today. I don't even have an affiliate code to send you to. That's how much I want it. That's how much I want you to experience what I've experienced in this transformation of workflow. It's something that, if you watch my channel and if you've seen any of my videos, you know that I really care about productivity and the ability to be creative and enhancing your ways of getting to the finish line in whatever you do. And I really think this is one of those tools, which again, I haven't made a lot of videos on tools. So the fact that I'm making one, you can rest assured that I wouldn't be recommending something that I don't really use myself and that I don't think will actually change your work life. I'll add a link to the website for you to look at. Give it a download. Let me know what you think. Do you use Milanote? If you do, comment below, like, how do you use it? Why do you use it? And remember to hit the subscribe button and like the video so other people can transform their planning and note-taking lives today. And I think they deserve the most amount of attention and awareness possible, because they're actually doing the things we want as creatives, and they're doing it for free. There's a paid program if you want to expand your space and your storage, but the fact that they've created this tool for free in a world where microtransactions, everything has a paywall, I think is really cool. If you have any questions about it, comment them in the comments. If you know me, I'm pretty active and I reply to everybody who comments. So yeah, it's been your boy, Andres Tagliaferra, but you already know what you can call me. And I hope that this brought you some value. And if it did, share it with a friend who you think might find use in this app. And remember to stay grateful. Peace.